Let's build up some data in a dictionary from a file, which is going to be our main purpose in the homework this week. Generally speaking, we use dictionaries in two main ways. One would be to hold key value pairs that we want to use to look up. And so sometimes dictionaries are actually initialized and fully populated inside the program. But oftentimes, we want to build up a dictionary from data, which of course is what we focused on last week when we built up a list and a set from data. Now we'd like to build the dictionary up from data, and in so doing, we'll be setting key value pairs with each row in the data. Let's look at the data. You're familiar with this file. It's just the revenue file. It just has names of companies, states, and values. Now, let's just say, and of course you can substitute any sort of data for your purposes. Let's just say that we wanted to create a dictionary with the company name as the key and the state as the value. Obviously, any CSV will allow us to use any data we'd like to set up key value pairs. You may have a list of planets and their mass, and you want to make a dictionary out of those so you can look that up later on in the program. You may have employees and their salaries. You may have athletes and their scores. We're just going to pick these companies with their states. Let's just do that right now. We could also choose revenue if we'd prefer. Maybe we'll just use revenue. So I'm going to begin by initializing a dictionary to empty. I'm just going to be able to say for each company what was the revenue that we scored in this file. We're looping through the file in the exact same way, and this will be true of any tabular structure. You can use the CSV module. You can use regular splitting if your file supports it. You can also be looping through a database results set. If you're interested in building up a dictionary, you're going to be looping through tabular data if that's your source. And now what we were going to do was associate the company's name with its revenue figure, as you see here. So this is why, since we have 3 items on each line, I went ahead and did a straight split, and I assigned the name, the state, and the revenue to 3 variable names. I'm now going to want to, for every single one of these companies, set up a key value pair. So I say company revenue, and then use the key and make it equal to the revenue. And that's really, it's no more complicated than that when you're building up a simple lookup dictionary. We call this a lookup because it's going to allow us to look up a revenue value based on a company. So as you can see, it's very similar to what we did with list.append or set.add. We're simply using the regular subscript syntax to add a key value pair to the dictionary. And if I run it right now, you'll see that we have a very simple dictionary. I think maybe I'm going to rstrip that revenue because I don't like that new line, even though it may or may not get in our way. I'm going to go ahead and rstrip it. I'm able to do that in one line because rstrip returns the stripped string, so I can just do it right there. I don't have to make a separate statement. And now I've built my dictionary, and if you look closely at the dictionary and the output, you'll see that the key is a company name and the value is a float value. The key is a company name and the value is a float value, on and on. Perhaps I'll even go further and convert this stripped string to a float. So now I have a nice dictionary with the key value pairs set up there. Now, I don't want you to be thrown by the fact that I did multi-target assignment here, or converted my string and stripped it and converted to a float in one statement here. The main point is that I'm looping through a file. I'm isolating the values that I would like to be the key and the value in the dictionary, and then I'm just using them in the dictionary to set up a key value pair. And now that I've built my dictionary, I can easily use a lookup to look things up. I'd probably want to do this if I had built up from a very large file or from a large amount of data, and I would like to do multiple lookups. I might want to build a dictionary for that purpose. And here I'm going ahead and showing the dictionary and the value for Westfield on the following line.